Welcome to Data Structure course. Hello student, I am Swapni Chaudhary. Today we are going to see the next function or next operation that we are going to perform on single linked list, that is insert last. Insert last. Okay, insert at last of linked list. So basically means, what does this means? Append operation. What is this? Append operation. Okay, means what? In this linked list, what we are going to see, suppose if you have the linked list having some element, that is 10, 20, 30, 40. So this is what our linked list. Now what you want to insert the new element, that is 50. So using append at the end of this linked list, you want to insert this 50 at the end of this linked list. So what operation we are going to call? Append operation. So what we are going to do? We are going to traverse from first node, from the L to last node. So first we are going to check whether this linked list holding the null value. No, it is holding the address of next node. Then jump to the next node. Then we are going to check whether this link field holding the null value. No, it is holding the address of next node. We are going to jump to the next node. Then what we are going to do? We are going to check whether this link field holding the address of whether this linked list holding the null value. No, we are going to jump next. Now we are going to check whether this node link part holding the null value. Yes, since there is no node after this linked list, this node 40, so means what? It is holding the null value. So what we are going to do? We are simply attach or append this new node at the end of this node. So now updated linked list will become like this, and this field will be holding the null value. So this is what append operation. So again, if you want to insert one more node, that will be by default updated here. So this is what append operation. So if you call append operation, so whatever new node you are going to insert, that will insert at the last of linked list. Okay, at the last of linked list. So let's see how this function works and its implementation. So I'm going to name it append, or you may use the keyword word like insert last, and this will take parameter like integer element, so which hold the value or data value of we are going to insert. Okay, and then as usual I'm going to declare one more variable, that is node type variable, that is new. Okay, new. Now what I'm going to do, again the same thing, new is equal to, first what I need to do, I need to allocate the memory for this variable. So new is equal to get node. So I'm going to call get node function, which helps me to allocate memory for the variable new. Okay, then new of data. So whatever new memory allocated by the get node function, we are going to assign to new. So new of data, we are going to assign value to the field data field. So new of data is equal to element. So whatever value hold in a variable element, that will be inserted at the data field of. So suppose I'm going to insert 10 in the new of data, and as usual new of link part. See, we must write this kind of code. We must assign null to the link part. Since if you are not assigning null to the link part, by default it may hold any garbage value. So your program will not work properly. So we need to assign the null value to the, see, this is uppercase, null, L-U-N-U-L-L, capital values. So null to the this node structure by default. Now after assigning this, again I am going to check, there may be possibility you just created your linked list, means what, L is pointing to null. there may be possibility, and you just created and you call append function. So you must consider that condition. So that for that reason you need to write if L is equal to null. So if your L is empty, linked list is empty, so by default L is going to point this new node. Okay, this new node. Got it? So assume that now L is empty to assign. So simply here you are going to write L is equal to new. End of the if. Or if it is not, now suppose I'm going to insert another value, that is 25 here, and whatever value we are going to insert, that is going to append at the linked list. So now check if L is equal to null. No, L is holding the address of 10. Okay, so it will not goes to the if part, it will jump to the else part. Now in else part, what I need to do, as we already discussed, if your L is not empty, we are going to visit whether this is the last node, and how we can find that it is the last node. Whatever node which is at the end of the linked list, which which will hold the null value. Link part will hold the null value. How we are going to know that? This one is a end of the linked list, since the link field of this node holding null value, but other nodes link part holds address of next. So if link part holding the null value means what? That is the end of linked list. Here it is holding the address of this node, here it is holding address of this node, here it is holding address of this node, here it is holding address of this node. So every link part is holding address of next node, but this node is holding this node is holding null part, since it is a last node of linked list. So how we can get that this is the last node, since it holding the null value. So what we need to do to insert this 25 at the end of this node, this linked list, I need to traverse from the L to last node. So for that purpose, I require one more variable again. So that variable is what? Temporary variable. So it will help me to traverse from the starting to end, from the L to N, and again it is a pointer type variable. Okay. So now here what I'm going to do, I'm going to write here temp is equal to, it is a pointer type variable, is equal to L, means whenever L, whatever L pointing at same location, temp will point. So now temp is pointing to the same node to which L is point. Okay, so temp is equal to L. Okay, now while till we are going to traverse till end of the linked list, and we can find that if the node's link part holding null value, means that is the end of the linked list. So while I'm going to use, see, I want to traverse from first node to last node, so I'm going to use while. Okay, so while simply temp of link is not equal to null, we are going to traverse till temp of link is not equal to null. Okay, we are going to traverse temp of link is not equal to null. Okay, now here in a while loop, temp, if it is not equal to null, then what we are going to do? Temp is equal to temp of link. And then temp of link. Okay, no, okay, while contains only one this line of statement. Okay, this is outside the while. So temp, see, this is while contains only this line of only one line. Okay, this is outside the line. So temp of link is equal to new, means when we find that the end part holding null, then we are simply going to assign the temp is equal to temp of link is equal to new. Temp of link is equal to new, then new node is inserted over here. Okay. So this is what end of else part, end of the append function. Now let's check. See, our link is L is holding the address of this node, that is 10. Now it will not jump to the if part, it will jump to the else part. Now temp is equal to L, temp is pointing to where the L is pointing. Now check, temp of link is not equal to none. So this is a temp is pointing here. So temp of link. So this is a link part. Temp of link is not equal to null. It is equal to null. Okay, it is equal to null. So it will not jump to the while loop, it will jump to the next line of code, that is temp of link. Temp of link is equal to new. So what new element we are going to insert? That is a 25. So this is new. By using this function we are allocated it and assign it. So 25 is here and here null is assigned. Now it will hold address of this node. Okay. Now suppose if you want to insert one more node. That is 35. Okay. So now this is the new node and this is what your linked list. And it is pointing to the null. This last node is pointing to the null, means what? End of linked list. Now check, we did already did these things. Assign, then L is equal to null. L is pointing to address of 10, so it is not null, it will jump to the else part. Now temp is equal to L, again temp is assigned to L. Now next line is what? Temp of link is not equal to null, true. See, temp of link is not pointing to null, which is not holding the value of null, which is holding the address of next node, which is holding. So this contains basically address of next node, that is address of 25. So it is not equal to null. Condition satisfied. So it will jump to the temp part. While loop. It will jump to the while loop. In while loop, what we are going to do? Temp is equal to temp of link. Temp is equal to. So now temp is pointing to temp of link. Temp of link contains the address of 25. So temp is equal to temp of link. So by default, temp will be jump here. Temp will be point here. Are you getting me? Temp is equal to temp of link. Since this temp is again of what? Node type. So its structure is like this. Are you getting me? Huh? Now temp is equal to temp of link. End of the while loop. Now let's check. Temp of link is not equal to null. It is equal to null. So it will not jump to the while loop. It will jump to the next line. The temp of link is equal to null. New. Temp of link is equal to new. So whatever new is created, that is linked by here. So it will point to the address of this and this will hold null. So in this way we can perform the append operation in a linked list. Okay, so that is for today. Thank you very much for watching. In next session we are going to see insert after. Okay.